In the last 60 days, we've generated 2.4 million organic views, but it hasn't always been this easy. I remember when I first started posting on TikTok and I spent hours editing on videos, they just didn't get any views even though I was doing everything right. Now it led me to research and really study why certain pages do better, try to find a winning viral formula to grow our account. So in this video, I'm gonna uncover 3 simple steps to actually grow a TikTok page quickly, and this is coming from someone who actually owns a TikTok agency who's handled hundreds of accounts in the last few years for our clients. Let's go. So let's talk about TikTok and how it really works when you start posting. Now think of it like this. Every time you post, you are sending a little piece of yourself out into the world. The algorithm, its job is just to figure out who might vibe with your content. Now when you first start, the algorithm doesn't know what your audience looks like. So it starts by showing your videos to a small group of users, maybe a couple of hundred to 1,000 people. From there, it watches how those people respond. Are they liking, commenting, sharing? How long are they sticking around to watch? And then there's the follow through rate. Are they checking out more of your videos after the first one? Are they binge watching your content? If your video performs well in those areas, it has the potential to go viral. But here's the caveat. The kind of content you create really matters, because if you're aiming to connect with a specific type of business owner, you really want to keep your message clear and on point, because if you start drifting away from that, you might attract a totally different crowd, like a bunch of 15-year-old kids liking and commenting on your posts. You don't want it. And if that's your target audience, that's cool. But if it's not, just stay focused on what really speaks to those business owners you want to teach. All right, concept number 2, let's talk about hook stretching. Take our content partner, for example. This video has gotten 2.8 million views organically, and the video was 7 minutes long. So how did it happen? We had a broad hook and then narrowed it down as the video went on. Now, I know some of you are thinking, I just want my target clients to watch my stuff. I just want to make money, and I get that. But here's the thing. If your hook is super specific and it's too niched, you're limiting your reach. So imagine you post a video aimed directly at your ideal clients, and it gets about 5,000 views. Let's be generous and say 1,000 of those viewers are your perfect customers. Now that's 20% of your audience. Now let's flip that around. If you go for a broader hook that appeals to a wider audience and that video reaches 200,000 people, but only 5,000 are your ideal clients, that's only 5%. But here's the thing. You've just opened the door to 500% more potential customers. So yes, casting a wider hook means you might attract more people who aren't your ideal clients right away. But think about it this way. Even if 99% of viewers never buy, they can still help to build your reputation and your engagement. If those viewers enjoy your content, they'll share it, engage with it, and create that positive buzz that can lead to sales down the line. So when you broaden your hook, you're not just casting a wider net, you're also strengthening your reputation and your engagement. And then as you get into the meat of your video, you can niche down and speak directly to your ideal audience if there's anything you'd like to sell. Now this strategy is what I like to call hook expansion. And by the way, if you want to grab my 197 proven viral content hooks, feel free to DM me on Instagram at @VCH, and I'll send you the first 25 viral hooks for free that you can start implementing right away for your page. The next point, number 3. Let's talk about becoming your audience. All right, so let's get real for a second. If you want to be a good creator, the first thing you need to do is understand your audience. Like seriously, think about it. Who are these people? What are they watching? What do they want? How old are they? What's their vibe? Because once you start asking yourself these questions, the whole algorithm thing starts to fade away. And you'll realize it's not about beating the algorithm. It's about connecting with real people. So after you nail down what kind of content you want to create, it's time to sketch out an avatar of your target audience. You want to picture them and act like your target audience and dive into the content you think they'd love. So if you're focused on building fitness content for your clients, then binge watch videos on fitness, interact with the content, see what's working, because after a while, you'll start spotting patterns. What styles resonate and what hooks grab attention. Now that's cool. Now, once you've really tapped into that mindset, it's all about planning your content. What you make is totally up to you, but here's a tip. Look at what has been successful before and you want to remix it in your own way. Don't stress about reinventing the wheel right away. You want to use what's already working and do it in your own style. So when you choose something to create, make sure it's flexible. something that you can put your spin on repeatedly. That's going to help heaps later. But let's just say you've posted a bunch of videos, followed all the steps, and crickets. No viral video. And I see this all the time, quite frankly. You do all the research, you mimic all the viral videos, and still nothing happens. So here's the truth. Going viral can feel pretty unfair. You might put in all the effort, do everything right, and still not find your audience. Sometimes it just doesn't click. So what do? Take a step back. Grab your video and line it up next to the ones you drew inspiration from. Watch them side by side. I swear this is a game changer. You'll often spot what's off. Maybe your lighting's off, maybe your hook wasn't good enough, maybe your scripting wasn't good enough. Now, the key here is just to own the process. Focus on what you can control as opposed to what you can't control. And you want to make sure your videos are the best they can be. Now, that's how you grow, how you connect, and eventually, this is how you find your winning viral content formula. So let me share my strategy for creating viral content that's really helped heaps of people, especially my clients. Every time I sit down to make a video or an ad for my company, I aim to get at least 10 different angles out of it. So what I mean is I'll brainstorm 10 unique hooks, different ways to grab attention, and then I'll craft 10 approaches to keep people watching until the end, and all revolving around the same core topic. So once I've posted these videos, I dive into the analytics to see which ones are resonating the most. Now, the goal is to identify that standout video and then create more variations of it without straying too far away from the original concept. So sometimes I'll switch up the hook but keep the main script intact, and other times I'll keep the hook and tweak the script. And if I've done my homework right, I'll have a bunch of ideas in the bank. Then what I'll do is I'll engage with my audience through follow-up videos. Now, this approach helps to foster a sense of community, which is super important for engagement. Now, I want to understand my audience because this will allow me to create the next series of content. When you know what your audience loves, you can create content that's so good, they feel almost obligated to engage with your content. After that, I just keep repeating this process with new video ideas, always linking back to the original piece. So if there's one takeaway from this, guys, it's that creating content is all about the connection between you and your audience. Once you nail that relationship, the views will follow. And speaking about virality, if you're curious about my viral content strategy that we've used in our agency and still using in the agency, then check out this video right here. If you like this one, I think you'll really enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.